I am on the way to the mangrove forest in Abu Dhabi to do the kayak in the mangrove forest. Location to reach here is in the description of this video. This time we are 4 people team. We have to walk through the resort, and in the backside we can see the Seahawk water sport activity area where we are going to hire the kayak. We have done the pre-booking, but you can pay it over the counter, so it will cost you around 100 to 160 per kayak depending upon the season time. Both guided and unguided tour are available. We opt for the unguided one where we have freedom to move around and come back as per our wish. After wearing the safety jacket, we went for the stepping inside the kayak. The instructors will help you to go inside inside the kayak and position yourself for the kayaking. Item should we bring for the kayak is one is good shoe which can be wear inside the water as well, then good clothes which can can be changed after doing the kayak. You can carry a bag, shoulder bag, where you can keep the water and coffee or tea whichever you are bringing, and some snacks inside the shoulder bag, and also you can keep the mobiles and your extra camera inside the bag, so it will be safe inside the kayak. Kayak were created thousands of years ago by Eskimos, and these Eskimos were living in the Arctic region. They used the draft wood, sometimes the skeleton of a whale, to construct the frame of the kayak, and animal skin, particularly the seal skin, was used to create the body. The main purpose of creating the kayak, which literally translate to hunter's boat, was for the hunting and fishing purpose. Our kayak is made up of polyurethane or a polyester plastic kayak. It was introduced in 1980s. At first we will be kayaking through the city view, where one side is the city and the other side is the mangrove forest. So we will kayak approximately 15 minutes like that. Enjoy the city view through the water, because after some times we will go inside the jungle of the mangrove forest. In our case, we take turn in kayaking, so I kayak first so that my sister can hold the camera, and vice versa. After some time we do the racing with the kayak, and our other team members were very enthusiastic and very fast kayaking people, so they win the race. Sunlight during the daytime is very strong, so whether it is summer or winter, always put a good sunscreen while coming for the kayak. This mangrove forest is more than 19 square kilometer inside the sea. The mangrove forests purify the surrounding water and remove the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. The mangrove forest is home to colorful community of crabs, turtles, flamingos, fishes, living alongside with the larger creatures like foxes, dugongs, and dolphins. Bird watching is your passion. Charge your phones and camera, because there are more than 60 bird species you would be coming upon. This is one of my favorite spot in this kayak, because this reminds me about the movie Anaconda, which was released in 1997, where they have a protected area so that the snakes will not come into the mainland. So this area reminds me about that kind of fencing. So we have to travel through this fencing to reach the other side of the kayaking area. So we are entering the actual mangrove forest through this after this fencing. After this fencing, we are taken into a magical land where both the side is totally with mangrove forest. We are actually going through the mangrove forest and surrounded by the mangrove forest and the creatures living inside it. The best time to visit the kayaking in the mangrove forest is during the early morning time where the sun is not so hot and it is very comfortable for us to kayak through the mangrove forest. There can be dugongs population living in these waters. There can be these animals moving under our kayak. Took photos in some of the good location inside the mangrove forest where we are surrounded by the mangrove forest. There are different channels and pathways to kayak in this mangrove forest, so we can explore different regions, and most of the time we are alone and we can enjoy our loneliness in this mangrove forest. One of the best thing I'm doing in UAE is to do the kayaking, especially in this mangrove forest. It is very peaceful and you be yourself, and only the water and the surrounding nature is only with you. You can see lots of fishes, crabs and other creatures in this mangrove forest, and lots of birds including the flamingos. Sometimes we kayak through the shores of the mangrove forest where we can see lots of crabs running around in this mud. It is said that the mangrove plant families first appear during the late Cretaceous period. The mangrove forest become widely distributed in the part due to the movement of tectonic plates. Mangroves are salt-tolerant trees, also known as halophytes, and are adapted to live in the harsh coastal conditions. These are the world away from the skyscrapers and the bustling city nightlife of Abu Dhabi. There is a serene place which will leave you with a sense of renewed. Sometimes we can see lots of fishes jumping outside the water, and also we can see birds flying around. If you are coming as a small group or a big group, kayaking in the mangrove forest is really a good and bonding experience. Time to time we race between each other and our team members always win the race. Sometimes we lost our way during the going through the each channel. Sometimes the channel is closed at the end, so we have to go back and choose the next channel to reach the point where we can come to the open waters and to reach the shore. Color of the water in the mangrove forest is like muddy in some places. Some places it is green in color, and in more deeper portion it is blue in color. Finally we reach the open water, which is blue green in color, and you can see the other kayaking members also who took the kayak before us and after us. We didn't forget to stop by a small island, and we rested in the island for some time. This is a mangrove island, and it is very sandy and very interesting to see, and it is very beautiful island. We rest here for a while before continuing with our journey. If you want to rest in a more peaceful beach, I suggest you to come over here and stop by in this island and just go to the bridges or inside the water, dip yourself inside the water. There are lots of beautiful fishes inside the water, and it's very beautiful and peaceful to see around, and you can have enough time to relax yourself in this island. The The water over here is green blue in color, and you can see inside the water there are lots of fishes swimming around. Snorkeling can be a good sports activity which we can do it over here. We can see the bottom different kinds of fishes, and we can just swim around and see the inside view of this water. I am scared to jump inside the water, so I put my leg inside the water and sit and enjoy the water for a while. One of the team member along with us who knows swimming jumped into the water and swim. Seeing this, I was also interested to jump inside the water. Since I have a life jacket, I will not sink inside. But I am little scared to do that. On the island itself, there are lots of very beautiful spots where you can see to take different kind of photos, videos and all. And you can just relax on the island, and the instructions, some instructions are given on the board of the island, which you have to read it. And don't put your trash on the island, just take it along with you so that you can dispose it in the government designated area. After some time, we rest again in the hut for a while and read the instructions inside the hut. And then we plan to go ahead with our kayaking to our end destination, that is the starting point of the kayak. We have learned one important thing in the kayak. We have to synchronize our rowing of the kayak to kayak in a more efficient way. So we have learned it during this trip, during our kayak. Doing the kayak in this mangrove forest was a very good experience for us. We will come back here to do the kayak once again. But before finishing our kayak, we had our buffet of the momo set over here. It was a very nice get together and a kayaking experience with my friends. See you soon.